Good morning. Good
Morning.
morning. Welcome everybody to another episode of Terrie Talks Tea. It is November 10th, and depending on where you are, it could be 8 o'clock, it could be 9 o'clock, it could be 5 o'clock, it could be 10 o'clock, because we have people from all over the world who joins Terrie Talks Tea. So welcome everyone to Terrie Talks Tea. I'm very excited about our holiday version of the show. It's all about the glamour. So I have some really remarkable guests with me today, and they are all my very dear friends. Some of them I mentor, some of them I support in business, but I'm very excited, and they're all so young and they're in business, and it just makes me feel real good that they took out the time to be with me today. First, I would like to thank our sponsor, the Quad County African American Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so very much for sponsoring this episode of Terrie Talks Tea. Today, we have the fabulous Fatima Kayaga, who owns Pure Skin Solutions in Aurora, Illinois. We have Chanel J that owns Chanel's J. She's a fabulous makeup artist who travels throughout the world making people beautiful. And we have my dear friend, Mark Smith, who is a branding expert when it comes to photography. Mark is my go to guy. Fortunately and unfortunately, he moved away from Illinois to North Carolina, but I told him I'm following him because I am right now in South Carolina. So he
Yes.
can't get away from me. So I look forward to having a good time with all of our audience today. I look forward to having a good time with Mark and Fatima and Chanel. Um, but first, I want to talk about why we're here. Terry Talks Tea, our whole purpose is to educate, equip, and empower our audience with resources and information that they may not necessarily been able to go out and get for themselves. So thank you for tuning in to our show. We normally host our shows every 2 weeks at 8 o'clock on Tuesday mornings. So thank you all for continuing to support us and listening in. And we know that there will be something that you will be able to take away from the show, that you'll be able to incorporate into what you do every day and make things easy and fun and exciting for you. I also want to share our website. My website is www.strategicexceptions.com. On the website, you'll find all types of resources and information, whether it's personally or professionally. We have white papers. We have our marketplace where you can go in and shop for different resources that will help you, like I said, whether equip you, encourage, and motivate you in some type of way. So visit our website, sign up for our newsletter. Our newsletter is informative and exciting as well. So we have so many ways that we reach you. So thank you for continuing to support us. So I'm going to go to our first guest, which is going to be Fatima. And so you'll probably just see Fatima and I for the next 10 minutes, and we'll be talking about how to make sure that we all know. And skincare is not just for women, men. Mark knows that. Look at Mark. Come on. Skincare is not just for women.
Glowing.
So Fatima, Fatima is going to talk to us about how we're going to be able to, we're inside. This pandemic has us stuck inside. And so sometimes we tend to forget that we need to also continue that self-care. Just because we're not having all of the activity that we had before and all of the external engagement, we still need to do things for us. It's not about it's about you. So Fatima is going to talk to us about skincare. So Chanel and Mark will come back in just a few minutes. Fatima.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. So I'm excited to have Fatima because for a lot of reasons. I know I've said I'm excited about it, but I am excited. I'm always excited about my guests. You know, I love my guests. But Fatima is from the South, just as I am. She's from Georgia. She's from the
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, she's from the ATL, and she's also a veteran. So she has served our wonderful country. And thank you for your service, Fatima.
Thank you for
And
your
while we're talking about our, huh?
I
What'd you
said
say?
thank you for your taxes.
So while we're talking about our country, I want to take just a minute to congratulate the president-elect, Joe Biden, and our vice president-elect, Kamala Harris. Girl, how? And
Congratulations.
it's not for me anything about what color she is. We have a woman in the White House that's going to be representing and bringing another level of diversity to make sure that we have diverse ways of thinking, diverse ways of what we do in this country. Our country is a beautiful microcosm. I look at it as a quilt, and we have people from all over the world. So that's what our leadership look like. So I'm excited about that. So Fatima, tell us, why did you start Pure Skin Solutions?
Well, little did I realize at an early age, I had a passion for skincare. By the way, thank you for having me on your show. I'm sorry, I just kind of jumped into it, but I want to just say thank you as well. And I didn't know that I had a passion for skincare until later on. Just throughout my years after being in the Navy, I served for 5 years, and I would continue to just get facial treatments while in the Navy. And then once I got out, I said, you know what, I kind of like it, so let me just go move forward with it and see what I can do. I also have a master's degree in human resource management, so once um, I would I would go to these seminars and hear people speak, and they would always talk about, well, you know, when you find a company to work for, I would just think, well, I don't think I want to work for anybody. Let me just work for myself and see how that goes. So far, I can't complain. So
Good,
here we
good.
are.
So Fatima, with your background, and see, I know a little bit about Fatima. Well, I guess I know a little bit about her because she takes care of my skin so
Yeah,
beautiful.
she's glowing over there. As long as I know you in that sun, though, you
I
please
love Fatima.
just
Yes,
protect my
Fatima
skin.
is a client of mine. I advise her from a business standpoint, and I am a client of hers. She takes care of my skin, and I help her with her needs for her business. So that's how I got to know Fatima. She has a brick and mortar business downtown Aurora, and I'm very, very proud of her and the work that she's doing, not just her business, but she's also involved in the community. She loves the community, and she's very involved in the community as well. So that's a big part of being a business owner. So Fatima is in the business, like I was talking about my skin, and I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm in my 50s. So Fatima is in the business of turning back the hands of time to help women reveal younger, smoother, healthier skin. And she's also advancing aesthetics and through her laser treatments. She's a licensed, like I said, esthetician, and she is has a diverse clientele. So she works on clients from all cultures, all backgrounds, even teenagers. She's also advised me on some things that was going on with my 13 and 14-year-old teenagers, and my grandson is actually my daughter's going to be bringing him there because he's having some challenges with his acne. So her client population is diverse, and I just wanted to make sure that I said that. So Fatima, can you talk to us about some of the other wonderful services that you provide at Pure Skin Solutions?
Okay, well, I do have experience with lasers. Right now, with the laws that are in effect in Illinois, if I can't service people using lasers at the moment just because I need a medical professional here to
Mhm.
supervise that. And
Mhm.
that, I mean, I'm a licensed esthetician. I don't have an MD
Mhm.
anywhere. So um, But I do know I am experienced with lasers. I also do a lot of body waxing. I body wax from head to toe, men and women. Men, they like to be nice and smooth as well, just as much as women. I also am experienced in microblading. I typically keep it to those three: facial, skincare, waxing, and microblading. And I microblade both men and women. Again, I have clients who have specific skin, not skin, but skin concerns such as alopecia, for people who have come to me after finishing chemotherapy, and I will help them feel better and do something for their self-esteem when microblading their brows.
Oh, nice. So she offers, as you can see, she offers a large variety of services. So I'm sure there's probably something that she can help all of us with. So we're talking about taking care of ourselves and our skin during the holidays, right?
Yes.
So Fatima, can you talk to us as the holidays are approaching? What are some things that could have an impact on our skin's health?
Well, during the holidays, unfortunately, the weather does get cooler, drier, and excuse me, and as those seasons change, our skincare regimen should also change because, of course, the weather is affecting our skin. So I typically like to tell my clients, please hydrate, 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 hydrate as much as you possibly can. I know those warm drinks are going to keep you comfortable, but just make sure to have some water as much as you can, after you have those drinks. Also, even though I have a lot of oily or combination skin clients, I tell them during this time of year, it's really good if they start to moisturize in the morning and the evening. The evening is always an essential time to moisturize, just because that's the time you're about to lay down, your body's unwinding, and it's actually about to start repairing itself throughout the night while you rest. So, but in the morning, you also want to have that extra layer of protection. So when you moisturize, I always tell people use a nice cleanser. If you have a serum, a hydrating serum is preferred, and of course, a moisturizer to your skin type. That definitely helps with your skin type. And last but not least, I always have to express this or just keep pushing this, but protect your skin. All skin types need SPF to some degree. So SPF 30 is perfect. Anything more, honestly, you're kind of adding more chemicals to your skin because there's really not a big difference in the protection factor. But a nice SPF 30 will definitely help. And people, for some reason, during this time of year, do not think they can get sunburn. But I tell people, especially in areas that it snows, that those sun rays can definitely bounce off of that snow and hit your cheeks, hit your forehead, and you will still get burned. And that's just not good. Also, really quickly, I know we're talking about keeping your skin healthy during the holiday seasons. We are in a pandemic. So a lot of times, these are causing some issues with a lot of people, these masks. So just real quick, it's always good, especially if you have the cloth mask. I'm mainly talking to those who have cloth masks and not the disposable kind. Refresh your mask every now and then with a toner. Real easy, really easy. Do that when you're about to eat, whenever you take a break from it, you need something to refresh. So that way, all that old buildup from possibly makeup or, just the carbon dioxide that you're exhaling is it's gonna take effect if it lingers onto your skin, which is why I'm getting a big surplus of clients now that are coming to me with skin conditions right in that area. Secondly, be cautious or just be aware of what you're washing your mask in. A lot of people are using their regular detergent, which does not.
Wow.
So when you use that, those allergens or whatever the dyes that are in your laundry detergent, that's going on your face, and our skin on our face is not built for that. You know, the skin on your face is very different from the skin on your arms. So my recommendation is to hand wash your mask with your cleanser that you're using for your skin. And a lot of people are like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. So that way it's something that your skin knows, it's something that your skin is used to. Because we're all struggling with this. I get a few blemishes here and there from these masks. And even though I use the disposable ones, but it definitely keeps things down. But if you do want more things on as far as how to treat your skin when it comes to the maskne, I have products available. I have a couple of, I have a nice duo that I can have you try, but I'll talk about that a little bit later.
That's wonderful, Fatima. And that is something that none of us think about. That's why you're the expert. And that is exactly why I bring people on Terrie Talks Tea, these type of resources to help us get these type of tips and tools that we need in order for us to incorporate into our everyday lives to make sure that we are doing the things that we need to take care of ourselves and be successful and all of that. Fatima, I would never have thought about, you're right, and it just makes sense. Your face is not used to your laundry detergent because you don't wear your sweaters and your pants on your face. You wash your face with something totally different. Great point. I'm going to ask my team to make sure they put that in the chat so that everyone can take away that tip, because that is very, and the toner thing, I would never have thunk it. Girl, now you're going to have to tone me up.
It.
Yes, so now when I get back, I need toner. So I need another thing of toner. So you made my sale.
I have it for you.
Yes, you know you got me. But so Fatima, as we wrap up your segment though, tell our guests how they can set up an appointment with you, how they can get to your website. You have e-commerce where even though they may not be able to come to Aurora to get your services, you still have an e-commerce so they can still, you can still provide them with your products. And you have she has a wonderful newsletter. So I'm going to let her take over. I can talk about her all day. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I am on social media as far as Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook is at Pure Skin Solutions. And then Instagram is at pure.skin.solutions. Someone took my name already, so I had to provide the dots. But as far as products, right now, I am literally in the middle of revising my website, and I'm trying to get more products offered to sell on that website. So you can shoot me a direct message through my social media. I will respond because I usually have more questions when people ask about, just sending, can you send me some products? And I have to ask a little bit more. I have to pry a little bit into you and your lifestyle and what I recommend for your skin. So you can, if you would like to schedule an appointment, you can also schedule online at www.pureskin.aurora.com. And real quick, for this particular holiday season, I know a lot of us do not like to come outside right now. So it is also peel season. It's chemical peel season, and I love chemical peels. So I do have a peel in a box that I am offering from Glow. I love this line. And what you can get, it gives you everything that you need to do your own peel at home. Now, this is not something that's like super strong that I would do on you. This is something that you can handle to do like at home yourself. Mm-hmm. So it also comes with all the instructions. You don't need to buy anything else. It comes with the brushes, the products, and then I'm also going to provide some SPF to help protect your skin just in case you want to go outside. But that right there is $69, and it works a lot of wonders. If you have some skin issues, this is not the product for you. But I do have products that you can use. But if you have like skin concerns, eczema, psoriasis, broken skin, lesions, don't bother. That's a contraindication. And but I do have other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is pretty much what I'm offering for. I mean, I have other packages of kits, but I can talk to you one-on-one about those.
Wonderful, Fatima. And I love the fact that she's always so customer focused and she's not just trying to sell stuff. She wants to make sure that she sells you and takes care of you the right way. So I really love her customer service focus. Fatima, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for
And if you have any questions for Fatima, we're going to bring her back at the end of the show. And if you have any questions at the end, please make sure you put them in the chat. We have some special giveaways at the end, so stay tuned. Fatima, as you can see, is drinking water because guess what? Water is good for your skin.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Yes, you gotta stay hydrated. But you know, on Terrie Talks Tea, I drink tea. So I am drinking a citrus green tea this morning. And it is just a regular green tea by Lipton that I had here in my place because I am in South Carolina. But it's still a very good tea. It tastes good either warm or cold. And you know I'm a green tea drinker. So cheers. Put in the chat on Facebook. Tell us what you're drinking this morning.
I actually have a green tea and citrus cleanser, so that's perfect. That's
Citrus
perfect.
is always good because she does in the summertime. She does citrus. She does a lot of citrus type of care to my face in the summertime, which is really good for my skin during the summer. So Fatima, we'll bring you back, and we're going to go on to our next guest. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So our next guest today is Miss Chanel J. Hey, Chanel, pretty in red. So the lovely Chanel J I am so excited to have her today. She's going to give us the scoop on how to get glamorous for the holidays. Chanel J is a makeup artist. She's a beauty influencer, and she's the owner of Chanel J Makeup. She's here to tell us about her work in the industry and how to get all glammed up for the holidays. So I met Chanel, oh, what, about 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah, at one of your events, you had hosted an event.
Yes, with Sheena Baker, maybe?
Yes, with Sheena. Yep.
We had a women's event a couple years back, and I met Chanel there. And she had her product line, and Chanel is very young, as you can see. And I was so impressed about this young woman who was on a panel with us, and she was talking about her business and how all of the things that she'd done and what she had accomplished. And I said, I've got to know more about her. So we followed up and I've done some business advising with her. She's done my makeup for so many events, for my photo shoots with Mark. She's traveled with me to my photo shoot with Mark, and I was so impressed when she did. She's like, no, I can't let you go alone. I gotta get you touched up my makeup and did everything. And she just warms my heart. I feel like she's like an extension of my family. So Chanel, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, so I mean, I am all about beauty. And yes, I did come to your shoot because that's just what it's what I'm always knowing to doing that, even working with production as well. So just being able to be with the client at all time and making sure the makeup is just flawless throughout the whole set. That's just something that this is natural in me. So I do that. But yeah, I do have my own bridal business and makeup, pretty much makeup. And specialize in the bridal, but cater to any other special occasion, just like how we would do a branding shoot with you. Um, and to keep up with the holidays with trends, I'm big in research and magazines and stuff like that, the trending stuff. So obviously like a red lip, that's like a classic holiday look. I know a lot of people like to do like sparkles on the eyes or color on the eyes to kind of play with colors. So I am all for that. I know on my website soon we'll be having like beauty trends, and that's on www.chaneljmakeup.net. We'll be showing just beauty trends. Holiday trends is going to be popping up. So the classic red, and there's different types of reds. There's a little bit of purple reds, a little bit of blue, bright red. So we're going to be able to show that. I know Terrie, you like bold, so she likes the plums and the reds. So that is the number one I would say for the holiday is definitely staying with bold colors for sure.
Awesome, awesome. So, what is the so Chanel has worked with AJ Crimson, she's worked with BT. Chanel travels throughout the country, New York, California, and she mentioned the bridal work. She does a lot with brides. And you were recently in Colorado, right? Was it Colorado?
Yeah,
With,
yeah, I did. It's not recently. It's been about 2 years since I did that client in Colorado. But yeah, that client actually, she was one of my high school classmates. So we was she her family all moved to Colorado, so she always wanted me to do her makeup. So it was more that I just kind of like flew with her and kind of just be part of her special day. But yeah, I do makeup globally from all the way from LA, all the way from here to Illinois, Texas, Atlanta, anywhere my client wants me, I'm there.
yeah.
That's how it
Yeah.
is.
But I guess I was a little bit confused. I know you did a really big shoot because I saw the photo with the Asian American uh, community, and we all know they have wonderful, beautiful, lavish weddings and days of. And so, tell us about that experience because I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you since you did my makeup and you were getting ready to go.
Yeah, so I know past last year I got a lot of clientele within the Indian community. Just having, that brown girl skin, a lot of it is hard to find a makeup artist that can do women of color.
Mhm.
Especially we live in a suburban area, so it's not really real known. So you have to kind of really like search to see if that person can do your skin tone. So a lot of Indian clients come to me all the time. They find me just like on Google search or just anywhere, just from going to the grocery store or anything like that. They always just ask like, "Oh, can you do my makeup?" or "Can you do my daughter's makeup for an event?" And then that's kind of how my clientele increased it. And then I started doing their weddings, and obviously they're not the traditional like American wedding. They have like 2 or 3 day event weddings, and it just started going into effect. Like it just started. I've been getting like hit every weekend for Indian wedding. And then before the pandemic, I started a Indian bridal tour. So a lot of business owners go to like these trade shows and they sell products and stuff like that. Obviously, I didn't have a product, but I had a service. So I end up just going to bridal shows and just promoting my artistry in different cities. And that's kind of how we kind of collab the Indian culture. So that shoot was just a stage shoot just to kind of show my makeup, and
Yeah.
that was the ad. So that's how it
That was
worked.
wonderful. That's how business, and I love the way that you could share this with other business owners out there that are young in their business and give them, you're giving them information that they can use that you have found that work for you. And so that's what Terrie Talks Tea is all about. We bring you resources and information that you wouldn't necessarily get on your own. Chanel, let's talk about fall fashion. So you talked about red. So I've done my little research too. So the colors for the fall are sultry reds and flaming hot reds. And so red is an indication of energy. So for an energetic person, or if you're trying to exude energy, then red is good. I also found that for the fall, deep cooling colors. You mentioned purples and blues and greens. Those are also popular colors, not only for makeup but even for clothing. And so the deep blues and the greens, they exude self assurance and poise. So like Kamala Harris got a lot of self assurance. Wear you some deep blues and some purples, right?
I
And
know
then,
people are afraid to wear those colors, but
yeah,
they really stand out when you do. It's almost
yeah,
like
you
you have
do.
to kind of like gotta be comfortable with it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're used to wearing like blacks, and maybe add a pop of red or maybe a pop of green. And then, so like you said, so then you can start to feel more comfortable with those type of colors. I was also reading that big bulky sweaters, cozy sweaters are in, and large scarves and fashionable scarves, large fashionable scarves are in. So
Mhm.
tell my audience, what's your favorite item in your makeup bag right now?
Oh my God. So my favorite, I'm a big as in product, I would say I'm big on like lipstick. So, but I'm a lipstick girl, so I don't really wear too many like glosses or matte lipstick. I do, but it's usually a lipstick, and if it is, it's like a matte type of lipstick texture. And I'm always with a facial oil. Those are like my two like number one things. And then I always have like, of course you have like a little eyeshadow, but I'm like old school. I can put like my lipstick on my cheek and then a little bit on my eyes just for the
Yeah,
color. Just like
yeah,
like what grandmas used to do, put the lipstick
yes. One thing, one thing fit all.
on. So I'm that person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so those are my two. So lipsticks and facial oils are my two main thing that's in my makeup kit, and my personal makeup kit too as well.
Okay.
So
So facial oil, tell me a little bit more about facial oil. When you say facial oil, are you talking like moisturizer?
yeah, it's a moisturizer. So they do have like body oil, and
Mhm.
they do have a facial oil, just as similar to a moisturizer. Since I have really like combination skin, and I love dewiness. Like I love all the oils in my face. Like I don't like to take any of it out, but I do love a facial oil, just to keep it hydrating. And this weather here in Chicago, you know how we are. It's so cold, and our skin is super dry. It's like how we have to drink water for our
Mhm.
bodies to be hydrated. We have to do for our skin, and I just love how facial oils work. I use it day and night. So when I wake up, my face is still moisturizer even when I'm asleep and when I'm waking up. So yeah.
That's a great tip. That's good to know. So, as we close out your segment, tell us, the audience, if you have any ask or how we can connect with you, or a last tip that you want to share about maybe makeup, glamour. We're talking about glamour.
Yeah, I would say for the tip, if it's something that you want to try, definitely go out and go get it. Try it on. One thing about makeup, you can take it right off, so it's not going to be permanent on your face. Keep up with any of the trends that's going on. I know social media is definitely big on that, keeping up with all the new beauty trends. And then anything you need, any makeup services for any special occasion, branding shoots, or a wedding or a birthday celebration, anything like that, you can just find me on my website, www.chaneljamakeup.net, and our team will be able to help you out.
Wonderful. Chanel, thank you for being on the show. So at the end, we're going to allow our audience to look at any of the questions or comment in the chat. So we'll come back to you in just a moment. So hang on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. For the last portion of Terrie Talks Tea, I am going to bring in my wonderful friend, Mark Smith. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how
How
are
are
you?
you?
I'm
Good.
good.
Good. So, Mark is a professional brander, photographer, great friend, great father, all of that. I've known Mark now for a number of years. And I had met Mark through other friends. And after I met Mark, it just seems what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And Mark is just such his spirit is just amazing. And
Thank
he's
you.
just genuinely good, a good person. And it just came across in our conversation, and we connected. And about 3 weeks later, I think, or a month later, Mark was shooting photos, my family photos. So he got to meet my family. So that's the impact that he had on me. I don't trust everybody with my family. That is my most precious prize. And so Mark got to meet my husband and all of my kids, grandkids, and he took some wonderful photos of our family. So, and we've been good friends ever since then.
Absolutely.
And so, Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, glad to have you. So, Mark and I also have this thing between us. I'm an Alabama fan. Show my shirt, Mark. Ohio State alum and a fan. And so we're both huge fans of those two respective schools. And so we always go back and forth, and it's always fun, especially during this time of the year, football season. So,
Absolutely.
let's go Ohio
Go
State.
Bucks.
So, Mark, it's all about today's show is all about glamour, and we're getting folks ready for the holidays. And we've had Fatima that talked about skin, and we had the fabulous Chanel J that talked to us about makeup.
Right.
So we get our makeup done, we take care of our skin so that we can get ready to take those wonderful photos. We're doing photos, shooting photos on Facebook. We have professionals like yourself to help us to brand ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see from photos trending from a photography perspective, trending right now, especially in this age of this pandemic that we're in?
Yeah, and I don't even know that it's as much of a trend, but I think it's something that should become a trend. I think, with everything that has happened with the pandemic, I think now more than ever, we need to invest in professional photography and making sure that we capture our family. So many of us go years and years, and we use the excuse, well, I'll wait until I lose 10 pounds, or I'll wait until, we wait until the perfect storm, until everything is just right. And we've seen, through this pandemic that we've lost family members. We've, lost so many people and things that we really don't have time to wait. And why not capture and grab those images of your family that you may not have an opportunity to do at another time. So I think it's so important that we, have those images in our homes displayed and, really make a deal of it. And, we heard from two professionals that take care of skin, and, it's important to even invest in good makeup artists. I've seen so many people with these caterpillar eyelashes and things like that. So it's really good to invest in quality and really take care of what God has given you and your family and showcase it.
I love that. I recently lost my father. And so I understand the importance of what you just said, because you'll never get those moments back. But Mark, as we were going through the photos, getting prepared for the services, how we like to have a lot of photos, things like that. And we were looking through photos, and the memories came flooding back through the photos.
Yep.
And we also talked about how we wish we had more, we had taken more at certain times. So what you said is spot on. And that's what a lot of times we think that we have to create something new, but a lot of times we just need to warm up a little bit what's already there, right?
Absolutely. And I'm a firm believer in actually having prints, having something tangible. Because so many of us now, we're in this digital world and we take pictures and they're locked in the phone somewhere. And, how many of us go back and look at those pictures from 3 years ago? Every once in a while we're scrolling through and we see them, but when you have something tangible that you can sit around, with the other family members and open up and look through, and, like I said, the memories start flooding back. You remember exactly what happened and how it happened. And sometimes it brings tears, sometimes it brings laughter, but those are moments that you just can't get back. And, part of my story and why I do photography is because of my father. I lost him 23 years ago and I learned from him, but I don't have a picture of me and him as an adult. So, part of my motivation is to make sure that we share that and get that out so that you don't have that same issue, so that you don't have that void of, when I talk to my daughters about my father, I have to go find some ancient picture that, I can't show them one of me and him.
Woo! Terrie talks tears right now.
I know, right?
Oh yeah. The memories are so raw. So it's just touched
You and
me.
me both.
But it's very true. You can't get those back, but you can have those. And these technology,
Yeah.
you could lose your phone, you can lose these pictures, but if you have something tangible,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you take care of those things and protect it from, risks like fire and water and things, you can have those things forever.
Forever.
And we've gotten away from that and we depend on this. But like you said, those pictures from 3 years ago, you might not look at those, but my family may show up or I may sit down one day and if I got a box of tangible pictures, I may sit there and that might be something I do on a Saturday just when, just for me,
And I'd much rather get lost in that world than lost scrolling through Instagram feed.
See, this is how Mark and I roll. We get deep. I had to put him last.
You're so sweet.
But that is so true. That is just really, really true. So, Mark, you talked about the holiday photos with the families. How can we create those family moments? Give us some tips on pictures are not perfect. And I think that may be one of the things we probably want to share. Everybody wants this perfect picture.
Yeah.
You want to show everything on Facebook like it's perfect. We all know that it's not, right?
Yeah.
So how can you create those experiences and get families together just to create those lovely fun moments that you were talking about?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is, like I said, getting beyond the excuses, because we can make an excuse for everything. Well, my hair's not done, I didn't lose the pounds, I'm waiting for this. So one is get past the excuses and embrace what you have with who you have. It's great to coordinate some colors, make sure everybody's in maybe, the same skin tone or, color tone. So if you're going to be in blues, maybe mix it up with some blues and some burgundies. But, coordinate, make sure that everybody's in sync and looking well, and just get out there and do it. I think that we're good at making excuses, coming up with reasons why we can't do it. Oh, well, somebody's not here. That's fine. Do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because again, those are moments that you can't get back in time. And especially around the holiday season when people are gathering together, and yes, it's cold in the Chicagoland area. It's really warm down here, but step outside for 5 minutes, take the picture and, keep it moving. But I think it's so important to do it more than anything.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Mark. Just do it. I think with what we've all been going through over the last year, we've had losses. We talked about our own personal losses.
Mm-hmm.
People have had to make adjustments
Yeah.
in their own lives. And a lot of people, it's very difficult for them to stay inside for a long period of time. So people are dealing with depression, anxiety, all types of things. So what our show hopefully has done for our audience today is to help remove some of that anxiety around the holidays, help folks to understand it don't have to be perfect, but make sure that you take the time out for yourself and continue to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Hello. I love what you said when you were saying about like the memories. I feel like that's like super important for everybody to do.
Agreed.
Now that everybody's at home.
We did something earlier this year. It was called the Front Steps Project. And it was as simple as just coming out to your front porch and taking a picture.
Oh yeah, you did
And
that before you left here, right? Yeah.
yeah, and it was so cool because it really wasn't even about getting dressed up. It wasn't about, anything. It was simply about come outside for 5 minutes and just
Mhm.
take a picture, however your family wanted to be. And, some kids came out in pajamas, some people, got dressed up, but it was just about the fact that we're in the middle of a pandemic. People are stressing, people are, going through all the things they're going through. So why not just, embrace the moment, take a picture, memorialize it and have it, as a memory to share. And I think that stuff is so important.
Yeah, that was super nice. I love that you did that. Yesterday, I was actually Naperville Riverwalk, and I seen like this old couple. You could tell they were like super, like they were living their lives, and they were taking pictures. Like he had a he was, I would say he's probably 70s, but he had his little camera, and he was taking a picture with his wife, and I was like, oh my god, that is just so like the simplest things, like
Yeah.
just like so simple, and I love that.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
I wonder if she's gonna come back in.
And I think it's so important, both what you and Fatima do in making sure that people, feel comfortable and feel good about themselves. And I think, we've gotten so cheap. That's probably really the only way I know to say it, where we'll spend money on everything else. And the crazy part is we'll spend it on shoes, on purses, on all of those things, but then won't invest in, makeup for a photo shoot and things like that. But it's so important. And even before the makeup, with skincare, just to make sure that your face is clean and vibrant and healthy. And I think, we need to shift our priorities a little bit and make sure that we're doing the right things and, putting ourselves as a priority, because like I said, as we've all seen and said, life isn't promised, and, who knows what the next phase of everything will be. But, when you take good care of yourself, it changes everything. And I even got my water because Fatima said so.
I agree. Sorry, I can't get on. I think you would have to show me if you can. I know you're the host now.
I'm
But
the host?
yes, it showed that you're the host now.
Oh, maybe I can have a little bit of control.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
There's Terrie.
Yeah. There's Terrie. She's back.
Technology.
Of course, right? Yeah, you, Mark. My job is to help care for the skin and, make Chanel's job a whole lot easier.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, sure.
And you both make my job easier.
Yes,
So
we're concerned makes your job easier, because when
absolutely.
it comes to photography, you're all about angles.
Technology.
Of course, right? You, Mark, my job is to help care for the skin and, make Chanel's job a whole lot. There's a lot of feedback now.
Oh my God, yes. Yes. If somebody on Facebook, it's probably why it's picking up.
Oh, no.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I had Facebook up trying to see what was going on, so that's why you heard the background noise. But you know what? This is Terrie Talks Tea. We didn't never say we were perfect, but Mark and Chanel, you guys kept the game going. That's an Ohio State player right there. That's that right there.
Right there.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Good looking out. Good looking out. So we're getting close to the end of the show. And so I wanted to see if our audience is still engaged, because I have something to give away. It's my new book that I am a co-author on. It's Today's Inspired Leader, Volume 2. And there are authors from around the world that's a part of this anthology that Jackie Camacho Ruiz is the brainchild. She owns Fig Factor Media. She is one of the largest marketing and publishers of anthologies. Over the last couple of years, she has earned that honor. So one of our audience members will get this book. And let me see what my team told me to ask them. I'm sorry, but that's why I have a team, and I'm grateful to God. So in the chat, if you can tell me the name of our 3 guests today, first name is fine. If you can put that in the chat, the first person that put that comments in the chat will win today's Inspired Leader. And it's an inspirational book. So hopefully we encourage you, motivate you, and get you ready for all of those wonderful goals that you are going to embark on in 2021. Because I know you guys got them. You're making those resolutions right now. I know you are. You're creating those business goals, right, Fatima, Chanel, and Mark?
Yes.
You guys
Oh,
got
absolutely.
your goals getting ready.
Crazy.
Yep. I know you're already planning. So let's see who won the book. But before we get to that, I want to give my guests all an opportunity for any last minute comments or thoughts that they want to leave with the audience. So Fatima, since you were the first guest, you can go first.
Stay hydrated, my friends. That's what I have to say. Everybody, please stay hydrated. I understand we are going into the holidays. There's going to be a lot of libations pouring. So that in turn will dry out your skin as well as create wrinkles. Just FYI, it creates wrinkles. It's sugar. It's a lot of sugar. Sugar causes a lot of wrinkles. Processed sugar, that is, not like the natural stuff. But anyways, that, and just please just stay hydrated. Help me help you, because if your skin's not hydrated, it can easily be compromised and sensitized, and then we have to kind of work backwards before we can work forwards. We have to do a lot of repairing. That's all.
Wonderful. Thank you for that wonderful tip, especially without y'all know it's going to be a lot of drinking going on.
Yes.
So drink your water. Now, what would you like to leave with our guest today?
I would say for beauty, definitely be free and explore into all beauty products. I know right now it's a hard time, so I know for me, I love to put some makeup on and do my hair and stuff like that just to feel good, even though I'm in the house. So definitely just play in it. Don't be, if it's a color that you don't normally wear it. It's just makeup. You can take it right off.
Wonderful. And Mr. Mark Anthony, what would you like to do?
I would just say stop making excuses. Life is short. Tomorrow's not promised. So get out there, have fun, enjoy life, make the most of where we are in this season and this time. Take a few pictures, put them up on the wall, and enjoy what God has given you.
Beautiful. I love that. So I want to thank all of my wonderful guests, our Facebook community, the audience that continue to support us, and all of the new folks that have joined us for the first time. We have more shows that will be coming up. So first of all, I want to thank Chanel J, Fatima Kayaga, Pure Skin Solutions, Mark Smith of Mark Anthony Photography. Thank you guys for being with us today. Make sure you check out their websites, hit them up for anything that you may need from them. And if you know anyone that may need their services, make sure you refer them to these wonderful small business owners. Our next show for Terrie Talks Tea is November 17th, and it's going to be at 7:30. We're bringing some wonderful information to you. We have actual authors. I mentioned Jacqueline S. Ruiz. She's going to be on the show. And if you're looking to become an author in 2021, we will be providing you with information that you need to get yourself up and going. As an author, I have on my show is going to be folks that have authored multiple books. And also my mentor will be there. He will be moderating, and I'll be a panelist this time. So I'll be a guest on my own show on November 17th. So please join in. Also later today, I will be moderating a conversation with the Downtown Wheaton Association, and it's going to be on diversity and inclusion. So there'll be folks on the panel from different backgrounds and cultures, and we'll be having that conversation that most people don't want to have right now. So we'll be talking about diversity and inclusion later today. And if you go to my Facebook page, you can get the link of where you can join us through Facebook Live. So again, thank you all for being on the show. And let's just see if my team has notified me. Cheyenne Lewis, you get the book. So Cheyenne, if you could just reach out to me at TESLEADERS1 and my team will make sure that you get your copy, signed, autographed copy of the book from me. So everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Go out there and look glamorous. Take all of those photos. Get your makeup done. You can do it yourself beautifully. You can contact Chanel J. And then that skincare, contact Fatima because she'll get you right. Okay. So thank you all for joining our show today. If you would like to sponsor one of the shows, go to our website at www.strategicexceptions.com. We are also creating a directory for small businesses who want to connect with other resources in small business. We have a network of thousands of small business owners and other potential clients in our database that we can get you access to. So we'll be creating a directory coming in 2021, and we want you all to be a part of that. You can subscribe to our newsletter, or follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn, and you can tweet me at Terrie Talks. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.